Hi, loves, as promised, the first oracle message that I'm going to read to you that came through and that Spirit wanted me to share with you is diving for light. Diving for light. Now, these oracle messages that I'm sharing with you are, I feel, very connected to what we've been going through and what we may go through moving forward, okay? In the next couple of days or so until it's time for us to, well, we're going through the shifts, but it's just to help you get through it, ease through it a little bit better, understand it more than anything, okay? And they came very quick. As soon as I shuffled the cards, they popped out very quickly, so I know that this is what Spirit really wanted to share with you. All right, so the first one is diving for light. And this is from the Sacred Rebel Guidebook. Diving for light. How brave you are. How brave you are. You are diving for light. It can be so much simpler to seek light in the heavenly, in that which is blissful, sweet, loving, and kind. To look for the light in that which is dark is an advanced task that only a rebellious and brave heart will attempt. As I was speaking to you earlier in the earlier video, it's the light and the darkness that we have within ourselves. And of course, the light is what feels amazing, and that's where we want to be. But we have to use that light to also shine the darkness within us so that we can bring it up and heal it and not fear it anymore. Okay? And that takes a lot of courage and strength that you have. It's just you need to believe that for yourself. To look for the light in that which is dark is an advanced task that only a rebellious and brave heart will attempt. You may not feel that you have taken such a journey by choice, yet you have taken this wise challenge on from deep within your soul. Your innermost being has evoked this situation in your life with the intention that you grow in power, wisdom, and creative juice. It also wants you to experience a bold and fearless trust in life and become further empowered to live it with zest and courage. The oracle of diving for light speaks of a time when you are called into darkness through life circumstances, situations, relationship challenges, or inner struggles that defy clear understanding. That darkness might be a creative block, a sense of being in a void, or feeling of depression, rage, sadness, fear, or anxiety. And that was what I felt from the collective yesterday, to the point where I felt like I was losing my mind. But it's all necessary. It's coming up for a reason. It's time for you to illuminate the darkness and release it. Let it go. You have the strength, you can do it. There may or may not be an obvious cause. The darkness might be generally accepted and socially acknowledged because there is a socially acceptable or obvious reason for it, such as a death, a divorce, or retrenchment. However, there may be no obvious justification for your experience of darkness. You might not need a reason to be able to accept it. Likewise, you may struggle to find an unconditional acceptance of your experience. Just know that you are actually on track and right where you need to be. You are, you really are, as much as it doesn't feel that way. You really are. Our creative process and our spiritual path go through a similar turning of the wheel progress. There is spring and summer in the seasons of our soul. as well as in the earthly ones. There is autumn harvest, and there is the death inherent in winter, when energy is concentrated and pulled within to seek out the darkness where it can rest, regenerate, and simply be, until the time is right for new life, energy, and creative inspiration to burst forth, which is what is, I feel, happening now in the collective. It's time. It's trying to come through. When diving for light, one must be willing to bear the darkness and understand it has a purpose, much like winter does upon the earth. It is not an error or through lack of consciousness that you are here now. It is testament. I got goosebumps, spirit. Serious message right there. Serious message right there. I just got some validations. I get these tingling sensations when I get a true validation from spirit. I'm going to say it again. It is not an error or through lack of consciousness that you are here now. Listen to those words. There's a reason. It is testament to your spiritual growth and creative process, not a sign that they are lacking or stalling. The healing process will help you with your inward plunging and to successfully navigate it. This oracle brings particular guidance that although you are powerful, you are also vulnerable at this time. Yes, we are. And it's okay to be vulnerable. It's necessary for you to be vulnerable because that is how you'll be able to embrace your true authentic self. You know, you need the vulnerability to come forth to the surface because it's part of the growth, right? You need to be alert to sabotage and criticism that may make your progress more difficult than it already is. That would be rather unnecessary. At least some of the people around you might be more attached to their fear and doubt than to their faith in your process and the ways of the creative, rebellious, spiritual path that asks us to trust unconditionally. They might be frightened due to a lack of understanding. This is very important. As we ascend, as we awaken, as we grow, as we become more connected and in alignment with self, there is people around us, situations around us that are not going to be happy with that growth, okay? Because they are used to the old version of you. They are used to the version that just put up with whatever you put up with or dealt with things at the level of vibration and frequency that they are at. So when you go into a higher frequency, lower frequencies, lower vibrations, can't handle that. So if you're in a toxic relationship or have addictions or are connected to people who are the same or were the same, I have to say were the same because you, as you're growing, you're leaving a lot of that behind. You're trying to change that part of your life. Well, these people and situations are not going to like that. So this is where chaos may come in. This is where spell work may come in. This is where a lot of toxicity is going to come in because they're going to try to stop you from moving forward. Again, this is part, I believe, of the test and the challenge of your strength and will, okay? If we are making the changes necessary, and these people and energies, situations, energies around us, we'll refer to them as energies, okay? Because it is energy around us. See this happening. It's going to freak them out. More or less, it's going to freak them out. Especially if they are codependent or were codependent of you, are codependent of you. And codependency is usually you're on the same level or you have your own issues and things that are going on with you. Or, and a lot of times, yeah, we allow codependency because maybe in some cases people feel better when they're in a codependent relationship because they feel like they have some kind of power over it, okay? So as you begin to ascend into frequency and consciousness and step into higher consciousness, all of that energy, that lower vibrational energy, people, places, things are not going to feel good to you anymore. And you're going to want to walk away from it, step away from it, not be in it or around it. That is when those energies will come at you hard, strong, and try to stop you. Again, I feel this is the test of your strength and will and how much you truly want to make those changes into a higher frequency, into higher consciousness. If you choose this mission, sorry, I had to lighten the energy up a little bit. If you so choose this mission, the universe will work with you. Okay? So if you're in alignment with yourself, don't feel like you're alone. As long as you're making the changes that you need to make and these energies are still around you, still causing the chaos, still poking at you, still driving you crazy, doing all of these things to try to stop you, to try to bring you back to that old version of who you were. You have to rise above it. This is the phoenix rising up from the ashes. You have to rise above it. The lotus that's in the muddy, murky water and rises above and blooms into this beautiful lotus flower. That is you. Don't let that energy keep you down. Go in and ask for strength, protection, guidance. Know that as long as you continue to do what it is that you're supposed to be doing to raise your vibration and to make the changes in your life, the universe is going to come in and help guide you forward. Okay? You have to trust that. It's there to help you. So we may be coming into a time where we're being challenged by these darker forces, right? People, places, things, addiction, stuff that's coming up. Rise above it. You're stronger than it. Shine light on it. Send light to it. It will release that dark energy and hold and control that it has. Continue to shine light in it. Continue to open your heart and expand and allow that light to come through. And before you know it, either you're going to help the situation or the people, places, things are going to move away from you. Okay? So it's so important for you to know that you have the guidance and strength. You have the power to overcome this darkness. All right? So that was a powerful message that I had to add in there. Hopefully it helped you in some way. Okay, so you need to be alert to sabotage and criticism that may make your progress more difficult than it already is. That would be rather unnecessary. At least some of the people around you might be more attached to their fear and doubt than to their faith in your process and the ways of the creative, rebellious spiritual path that asks us to trust unconditionally. They may be frightened due to a lack of understanding. You don't need to carry their fear for them. You have your own process to attend to, and they can choose to be inspired by your journey, just like I just said, interesting, or frightened by it. They are free to respond as they wish, and whatever those responses are, they are part of their journey for them to work through. So everything that we go through is part of what our soul has asked to experience. So their challenge is to overcome those parts of themselves, their darkness, right? You're not supposed to be the one to do that for them. They have to figure that out on their own, okay? You also need to be vigilant against the darker forces within you, again, and that's your own addictions, your own conflict that you have with yourself. It could be the way you think. It could be drugs, alcohol, sex, these addictions that you have, the darker aspects of your life that doesn't feel good to you no more, but you're struggling to get through it and away from it. This is where you have to shine light on it. Continue to shine the light on it and through it. And keep asking for support and love and guidance and help and assistance from your divine team. Or seek professional help if it is becoming more difficult for you. Okay? But again, I really do believe this is the lessons that our soul has asked to learn, to overcome that darkness within ourselves, right? That's our challenge. And, test of our strength and will, right? These are the voices that you may not expect, particularly if you are a pure-hearted being who typically resonates with love. These voices or feelings might surprise you with their dark intensity. They may be feelings of hate, terror, or of wanting only to sleep because anything further is all just too hard. They may contain vicious criticism of yourself or tell you that your inner creative work is pointless, unoriginal, not worth it, or stupid. These dark forces might try to tell you that you are on the wrong path, suggest that you will feel, or ask with great condescension, who the hell do you think you are? That's that little voice inside of us, right? You must stay in your heart. So important to focus your energy into your heart space when these things happen. You must stay in your heart and not believe these dark forces. Stay in compassion. Fear creates the energy of anger, hate, and destructiveness. These forces are part of life. We don't have to be frightened of them. Oh my goodness, goosebumps again. Thank you, Spirit. Validation. Spirit's validating all of this. We don't have to be frightened of them, nor do we need to deny their existence or try to ignore them in order to find light in the darkness. We just need to hold compassion and be intelligently aware so we can avoid being seduced into the trap of needing to prove ourselves or into the mistaken belief that we need to fight against darkness. It is too easy to get caught up in trying to heal the dark. Darkness just is. Recognize it when it is there and be in your compassionate heart. All you need to do is make a choice. Will you stay in your heart, or will you be seduced by darkness and overcome by hate or sleeplessness? Diving for light is a spiritual test and a threshold for all true creative work. We successfully navigate our way through this test and pass the threshold into new creative birth by staying connected to the light of compassion in our own hearts. It is not an easy test, but it is the one you must be ready for. Otherwise, it wouldn't be coming to you now. Just remember, it is the light of the heart that sustains. It exists within us always, even in the darkest depths of unknown terrain. Wow, so powerful. So powerful and so necessary to be heard and shared with all of you. Thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to share this message with the collective. I really do feel like this, I got validations galore. I really do feel like this was a very important message for all of you to understand this, right? We all have darkness and we all have light within us. It's the choice that we make to stay in the darkness or stay in the light, right? And we need the darkness because the darkness is what's going to help us to grow as individuals, right? We just need to continue to acknowledge it and allow it to come through and continue to shine light on it and stay in our heart space of love and compassion. Just continue to shine light on it and you'll be able to get through it a lot easier. This was such a long message, but necessary. I hope that you guys are hearing this message. I hope that you're understanding and it's resonating with you on many levels. It's so important, especially now with all of the shifts and things that we're going through. Sorry about that. That's my dog trying to jump into my room again. Anyway, let's conclude this message with the remainder of this message that Spirit wants me to share with you. This oracle also comes with a special message. There is a darkness within or around you that could become problematic if left unchecked. If for no particular reason you find yourself feeling angry, irritated, hopeless, or tired more easily than usual, unable to rest, or it is just too much effort to exercise or take care of yourself, then this darkness is having an unnecessary effect on you. It is time to end that now. From a place of compassion, the healing process below will empower you for that task. Don't be afraid. You are learning this lesson and the unending power of compassion because you are ready for it. Feel honored by the lesson and stay humbly centered in your powerful, rebellious heart that refuses to be conquered by fear and remains faithful to love. All will be well. Wow, that just gave me goosebumps throughout my entire being. Now I understand why it was so important for me to go through what I went through yesterday. And although a small part of it was me, I really felt like I was that channel that had to feel everybody's uncomfortableness and fears and darkness and chaos and troubles that we are struggling with, that most of us may be struggling with. I'm not going to say everyone is, but most of us are struggling with right now because it is such an important time for change and transformation. I needed to feel it to the core. And this is what I find happens with me when I share my messages. I'm not going to say my messages, I share Spirit's messages with you because I am the channel for receiving those messages. And I feel like they're going to be a lot more clearer and more profound as time goes on, as I continue to step into my gifts. I have to feel and go through experiences that the collective is going through so that I can explain it and share it and express it with everyone else, right? Because I'm going through the same exact thing that you're going through. So, of course, then I can understand it more because I know what it feels like. So, as much as I thought I was losing my mind yesterday, I'm grateful that I went through that experience because it not only allowed me to see what I needed to see within myself, of an old fear that came up. I had to shine light on that part of it, but I had to feel what everyone else feels, right? And what everyone else is going through as well, so that I can share these important messages with you. So I'm with you. I know what you're going through, loves, and you can get through it. Trust and believe that you can, and know that this is all part of your soul's evolution and stepping into the better version of who you are. Okay? We're stronger than we think. We're amazing souls. We are love, source energy. We're all connected because we're all feeling all of this. What you choose to do with your experiences is completely up to you. Do you choose to just learn the lesson that you needed to learn from it? Or do you choose to let it just define you and keep you stuck and stop you from moving forward? It's up to you, my loves. But be strong. Be brave. Be courageous. And know it's all happening for a reason. And it's all very necessary. So diving for light. What an amazing, profound message. Dive for that light. Allow that light within you to shine through. Allow that light to shine on the darkness that you may be experiencing at this time. And look at that. Number 11. Look at that. Number 11. I'm telling you, man. That's definitely a message from Spirit. I mean, there always are. So with this oracle message, this profound oracle message, there is a healing process that you can do, if you feel guided to, that may help you to get through this. All right. So say this aloud, whether it makes sense to you or not. Okay. Say this loud, whether it makes sense to you or not. I call upon the presence of unconditional love. Be here now without restraint. Fill me and fill this space. Touch all beings with your grace. I feel the presence of unconditional love within me. Feel it within you. I acknowledge the presence of unconditional love all around me. Feel it coming through your heart chakra and just emanating throughout your being. I am the presence of unconditional love, and in this love, no fear can remain. May unconditional love guide any fear back to the light of love or back into the earth as serves the greatest good. My body, mind, heart, and soul are now completely bathed in and protected by unconditional love. Through my own free will, this is so. And repeat this every morning if you can. I will place the message in writing so that you can see it clearly. If you don't want to continue to watch the video to say it, I'll place it in my link underneath in my YouTube video on the bottom so that you can cut and paste it and copy it and continue saying it. Try to say it every morning if you can. So some of the things, it's a very powerful prayer, a very powerful message. So, you may go through some purging through it, right? So you might feel a lot of the fear and the other stuff coming up again. You might start to feel sick to your stomach. Again, this is just your body purging the stuff that's coming up. By saying that prayer, it's very powerful because you're saying it out loud, right? You're saying it, you're meaning it, you're feeling it, you're expressing, and you're allowing it to emanate through and around you, okay? So it may affect you by bringing up all of those fears and anxieties and darkness up to the surface. Just embrace it. Don't let it scare you, okay? Let it come up because it is your body trying to purge it, okay? So I'm going to do a singing bowl, and I just want you to listen to the vibration and the frequency of what the singing bowl is trying to say to us. And while I do the singing bowl, what I'm going to do is I am going to read this prayer and send some. I just want to get it set up so I could see it. So bear with me for a moment, please. Okay. So as I express and as I say this prayer, I'm going to play the singing bowl. I'm going to be adding some Reiki healing energy to it. I want you to take some deep breaths and inhale and exhale. Do that at least 3 or 4 times. Okay? And then after you do that, I want you to just feel the energy coming through the singing bowls. Feel the energy of the Reiki flowing through me, from the universe to me, to you, and through the singing bowl's vibration. Okay? And I want you to you can lay down and just repeat as I say it. or do it in your spare time when you can do it. But I think this would be a powerful healing for you. And keep repeating it and saying it as many times as you feel like you need to. All right? Because it's going to clear the environment and the energy around you and in you. Okay? So hopefully this helps you in some way. And I will try my best to be as clear as possible. All right, so we're going to take some deep breaths. I'm going to get ready to call in all of our spirit guides and angels and our divine team. I welcome them all in to work through me for you. Feel that energy flowing through me. Breathe in and exhale. Place your hands on your heart and allow your heart to expand. Allow your heart to receive this healing energy flowing from the universe through me into you. Enjoy this amazing healing energy. Allow it to fill you. Allow it to flow around you, through you. Take it all in. Allow it to go to all areas of your mind, body, and spirit that are in need of healing. Just continue to breathe and exhale. Allow all sensations to flow through you and around you. Feel the peace emanating through your heart into all areas of your mind, body, and spirit. Inhale and full exhale. Can you continue to accept that energy as it flows through you? And I just want you to listen to the vibration, frequency of the singing bowl. Allow yourself to feel the peace emanating through this bowl. Allow it to clear whatever stagnant energy you may be holding on to, and feel the peace flowing through. Inhale and exhale. Clear all stagnant energy. Shine light into the areas of darkness. I call upon the presence of unconditional love. Be here now without restraint. Fill me and fill this space. Touch all beings with your grace. I feel the presence of unconditional love within me. I acknowledge the presence of unconditional love all around me. I am the presence of unconditional love, and in this love, no fear can remain. May unconditional love guide any fear back to the light of love or back into the earth as serves the greatest good. My body, mind, heart, and soul are now completely bathed in and protected by unconditional love through my own free will. This is so. And that is my ending of this segment of such a profound spiritually guided message that needed to be shared with you, as well as a healing prayer, some Reiki, and some crystal singing bowl healing therapy as well. I hope that this brought some ease and some peace into your mind, body, and spirit. Helps to release some of the stagnant energy that you may be fighting through or fighting against, right? Allow it to come up, release it. Do not fear what is trying to be shown to you, because it is all remnants of the old version of who you are, who you were. Who you are now is completely different. And all of the experiences that you have gone through in your lifetime up to this point, and hopefully from past lives as well, you have healed or are in the process of healing. And you're taking those soul lessons and applying them into creating the better version of who you truly are. love, source, divine energy. I hope that this all helps you. Feel free to reach out to me with questions at Reikibyisabella@gmail.com. Follow me on YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. That would be so appreciated and help to share my message with the collective. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook as well. Have a blessed, wonderful day. Throat chakra clearing. Sorry, guys. It's time to express our truths. It's trying to come up. Express, express, express. And know your own strength. And know that you're being tested, but being guided as well of your strength and will to see how far you have truly come and how far you are willing to go to step into that version of who you truly are. All right, my loves. So I hope that you enjoyed this segment. I will be doing the next 2 cards on separate segments that did come through as well this morning, and I feel are also important to share with you as well. All right, lovely people, have an amazing day.